Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is our destination this evening for Game 2 of the forthcoming week of SFLm action here in Season 9. It's Week 11, which means that the playoffs are only a couple of weeks away from us, and the Cougars are right in the thick of it here. They're trying to chase the 4th seed and are neck and neck with the Albuquerque Adams, who are playing elsewhere tonight. And we'll see if the Bossier City Steamers can potentially play upset to their playoff hopes as they wind down their final season in the SFLm. Alongside me to unpack the action from this game, what should be an intriguing affair, another broadcast every time. I've hit 3 in a row in 3 separate weeks. It's the defensive end from the Lexington Miners, an incoming rookie, someone whose draft stock is going way up. It's Baron Went. Baron, what's going on, man? Welcome to the game, and what are your keys to this matchup tonight?
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here today, Jacob, and we have a really fun matchup coming up. 2 teams, like you said, fighting for playoff spots, but also some very, very promising rookies that are looking to up their draft stock tonight.
There'll obviously be plenty of conversations about the players playing this weekend as the rosters are unveiled in the Major League on Monday, but these teams are trying to gather a bit of a highlight tape with their players, but also try and get into the SFLm playoffs for Season 9. This return gets up past the 30, and it's a decent one, brought up to the 32. Bossier City get the honours here, led out by quarterback Silas Christensen. The backs, Patrick Ruglang, along with Robert Henson Jr., the 2 receivers, Nolan Pierce and Bryce Lee. The tight ends, Leon Sandcastle and Mike Kleinecht, along with Adam Grabowski. There's 3 of those. And then Oliver Tarask is the lone offensive tackle. So plenty of pieces across this Bossier City offense to work with. Christensen will drop back on the first play, throws outside. That's caught for a pickup of 6 by Bryce Lee.
I love to see Bossier City getting these wide receivers started early. Last week they were using the tight ends pretty early in the first half of the game. The wide receivers didn't get a chance to get started till the end, so it's great to see those wide receivers getting early touches.
There's plenty of talent for Christensen to involve here in this offense. That handoff to the short side is going to lose a couple of yards there. Burgett on the tackle there drops him for a loss of 1, and this will be a quick 3rd down and medium. Christensen will have 3 wide. Drop back. Both backs run in a swing. He'll throw it into the middle. That's some heavy coverage across the back, and it's forced incomplete there. So Philadelphia on their first drive on defense get a quick 3rd down and out.
Yeah, it looked like Philadelphia had some really good band coverage going on there. He had the outlet pass to Rudlang up top, but looked like he was pretty covered up there. So not surprising from this Philadelphia defense.
This punt will be sent away and fielded inside the 30 and returned up to the 35 as Philadelphia will take over possession. Jared Dumas on returns for the Cougars, and this offense will be led out by quarterback Brock Williams, the backs Isaac Knox and Frank Udon. John Osanis is the fullback. Jared Dumas again the lone wide receiver. Daisy Peace, Jonathan Kilgore, the 2 tight ends. Kiara Kilgannon and Grit Gorski are the 2 contract offensive linemen. John Osmosis is that fullback. I could not read that name. Now I've got it. Hand off on the outside. That's going to be a very close 1st down. And he got it there. Isaac Knox on the opening carry.
Big run by Isaac Knox. We've seen him tear up the SFLm this season, leading the league in rushing touchdowns, and poised to have just a brilliant game again here today.
Obviously, he's been a huge talent up in the major leagues with the Minnesota Legend as the change of pace back behind the MVP caliber Colin Hart, and is making some real progress down here in the minor league. Frank Udon gets the carry there. He gets 4 yards on his opening touch.
It'd be good for Frank Udon to get some playing time alongside of Isaac Knox, somebody of that caliber. You got to imagine that Frank Udon's only going to get better and better, kind of learning from Knox.
He projects to be one of the top running backs on the board in the forthcoming draft. Knox on the outside. They got to try and chase him from behind. And they're going to say stepped out 35 yards away from the Bossier City goal line.
You see Bossier City loading up the box, expecting this run, and those offensive linemen from Philadelphia just absolutely hold down their blocks and give Isaac Knox a really easy lane to run down.
3 carries so far in the drive. 2 to Knox, 1 to Udon, and they're already in Bossier City territory. Williams will throw here for the first time today. That's through hands. Bossier City nearly had a turnover.
First drop back of the day for Brock, if I'm not mistaken. Just misreading the defense slightly and almost just gave a pick that could have possibly gone a long way.
Duncan Oman hasn't had one yet in his minor league career. Would have wanted that one back. And Williams will now motion Isaac Knox in as a receiver. So he now has an empty backfield. Bossier City going to send pressure to counter. It's over the top. That was nearly in a good area there for Daisy Peace to try and reel that one in, but it's incomplete.
I like this game plan from Bossier City to really put pressure on Brock. I mean, if he had not let go of that ball as quickly as he did, he was about to get crumbled there.
Another 4 wide now. 3rd down and long. Bossier City would love to stop here before the Cougars can get in the field goal range. Williams will throw. That's incomplete. Double coverage surrounded the intended receiver there. And it's knocked free by one of the corners at the back there. Luke Schreiner gets the tip, and that's going to stop the Philadelphia drive.
This is big for Bossier City. I mean, it's what looked like one of those plays where the quarterback is just not knowing exactly what to do and just hoping to give it to one of his favorite targets.
So this will be punted away. Yep, trying to keep this one in the field of play. The returner, he's going to field it, and he's going to be pinned inside the 5. Not sure about the decision-making there. Feel like that was a significant chance of just bouncing into the end zone, but he took a gamble, and it hasn't paid off.
Bossier City's got a long way to go to get our first points up on the board.
A whole 93 yards to be specific, instead of the traditional 80 that they would have had that a bounce into the end zone. The handoff on the outside, that's going to pick up a couple of yards. Opening carry of the game for Rudlang picks up 2.
When we talk about, rookies that are looking to get drafted, Rudlang is up there. I mean, he's been hungry. He's ready to get into the majors, but he really wants his team to get a playoff spot. And I would expect him to put a lot of work in today.
2 wide, 2 tight ends. Expecting you to draw a bit of that today on who's sort of making some noise as a player in the SFLm and has played against some of these guys. Outside carry, that's going to be dumped for a loss of 2. Bossier City don't have a second tailback on the roster, so that's a backup non-contract player, and he's lost 2 on that carry.
Yeah, these are not positions we want to be losing yards for Bossier City. This is probably going deep if I had to take a guess.
Oh, I feel like they take the safe option here and just run the ball, because a turnover is pretty much a death sentence at that point as far as the scoreboard is concerned, and they're just going to take the safe option, get the 4 yards through Rudlang, and they'll punt this one away.
Yep, and Philadelphia is going to have a great field positioning going into this next drive. Let's see if they can make something work of it. See if they go back to that run game.
Penalty return from just shy of halfway, and Philadelphia through Dumas will have it back inside Bossier City territory almost as soon as they gave it away. Say hello to the likes of Rob Henson, Miranda Dumas, Jared Dumas, Rob Henson again, and Jason and Chris Britton, the 2 Philadelphia co-owners in the chat as well. If you're around watching the game, say hello. We appreciate you tuning in today for Week 11 SFLm action. That handoff at the middle. Isaac Knox trying to break it through. He's got nearly a first down. They're going to call him a yard shy, and Isaac Knox is starting to heat up here.
Yeah, it just looks like Bossier City doesn't really have an answer for Knox as of right now. I mean, he was running it to the outside. Now he's cutting through the tackles. You really got to keep an eye on this man and try and find some way to slow him down.
1 yard required. You expect they'll go back to Frankie Don on the ground here. He picked up 4 on his opening carry. And off outside, got a good block on the edge, and he'll get the 1 yard and a couple extras for the first down.
It's 1 yard, but it is just good enough to get that first down, reset those downs, and possibly go back to the game plan here.
Knox checks back in here. They've got 2 tight ends to the left side of Williams. He'll drop back here. Got a good block up front, throws it. Another one that's just over the back of the defense there. Daisy Peace, the intended target.
This was actually a really interesting play for Philadelphia. They had the tight end come up and actually block the middle linebacker, possibly making him think that a run play was coming, and then to throw it deep and just miss by a hair. I'd like to see more of that come from Philadelphia if we want to start putting some points on the board.
Nearly came off there, going deep to the main tight end. Drop back from Williams, throws across. That's incomplete. Thomas nearly had it. There, it's force free. Good coverage play there. Prevents that from being caught by Bill Bears. And this is going to be another 3rd down and long upcoming. Billy Beers with that pass deflection forces this 3rd down and long here. Bunch formation down to the left. Williams is going to roll away from it. Got a block from his tailback throw. Domus, one-handed grab, gets the first down.
Beautiful catch. I mean, he just saw his fellow wide receiver get lit up on the last play. So for him to take that catch in the middle of the field, one-handed, knowing he could get lit up and still holding onto the ball, that's huge. That's what the Cougars need to really get something going here.
So Dumas now with his first catch in the game. Has had a couple of hands in the return game so far, but that's his first involvement as a receiver. And now they can hand it off to Knox, who breaks free. He's going to be tough to stop from here, but the chase down tackle prevents the touchdown by Schreiner. But a great carry from Isaac Knox sets them up inside the 5.
Beautiful chase down. He got him from behind. I honestly thought Knox was going to put that guy on his hip and carry him into the end zone with him, but what a great way to stop that touchdown. Let's see if Bossier City can make something happen here and keep Philadelphia out of the end zone here.
He was only 1.5 yards away from a score there, so it might be Frankie Don that siphons this one here at the goal line. Williams in a goal line eye look. We'll hand it off to Frankie Don, who's picked up and dumped. Bossier City gets another goal line stand there on that play as Greg Ward gets the stop, and they'll have to do that 2 more times.
It's exactly what Bossier City needed. They needed a defensive player to step up. You know Cougars want to run this in. We need to step up here.
We'll get a receiver up the top here. Move it toward Joker's look. Take a tight end away from the line. Isaac Knox block. No one in front of him. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Yep, and that's exactly why he is leading the league in rushing touchdowns. He made it look absolutely easy, and it looks like Philadelphia is going to lean on him for most of this game to get a lot of this offense done.
You got to feel Frankie Don is on the sideline wondering why he didn't get that block, because there was about half a mile of range for Knox to run into. He could have made a 4-course meal and then some. And Philadelphia gets a touchdown on the board here and sends the extra point up and through, and it's 7-0 after a flurry of drive exchanges here to start the game. Mark your calendars, the SFL is back with Season 24's Free Agency Frenzy, where we find out who's on the move and where ahead of Season 24's kickoff in early January. You can see it right here on Monday, December 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Virtual Football Network. Luke Schreiner on returns has lost the football, and Philadelphia have come up with it inside their own 35. Bossier City have coughed it up, and the Cougars will take over possession right back in Bossier City territory.
I was going to say, these kick defenses, these punt defenses, they have been tight today. This was bound to happen at some point. It's just unfortunate it's happening towards Bossier City. But the Cougars are going to look to put up another touchdown on this drive and go up by 2 scores early in this game.
So things go from bad to worse here for the Steamers. Brock Williams has the offense right back out on the field with not much room to work with here. Throw is across. Dumas had an open look there. But Schreiner did enough to deflect that one away.
That's his receiver. He wants to get that pass. I am sure Dumas would have got that and ran it into the end zone. It just was a little too far from Brock.
Spread receivers here on the 2nd down and 10. Pressure on the short side. They responded well. They knew that run was coming. And Isaac Knox is dumped right at the line of scrimmage. So that's a good response there from the Bossier City defense. Again, Greg Ward involved in the run stop.
This is what they need. If I'm the coach, I am in the locker room with "Stop Knox" written on the whiteboard, circled, and exclamation pointed at least 3 times.
Send the house every time he rejects to get the ball. Williams is going to throw. That's caught. Dumas again. His 2nd catch of the game gets a 1st down.
And Dumas is going to do this to you. I mean, when Isaac Knox is running the ball all over the defense, it's going to open up some of those middle lanes for some of these receivers to sneak in, get these balls, and you know, make plays.
Jared Dumas in the chat. I'm right there. Yes, he was, because he just got found. He was open again. That time, Brock Williams was able to find him. And the Cougars are on the move again. 3 wide. Handoff up the middle. Can Knox get forward progress? Not on that occasion. They're going to give him a yard.
That's it, Jacob. We're starting to see Bossier City make the defensive adjustments to shut down this run game. They want to force Brock to throw this ball.
Superman Zach Benjamin has his first stamp on the game here. He, a free agent himself, will be finding a new team in the major leagues on Monday. Handoff on the outside. Another one for Isaac Knox. He's dumped behind the line of scrimmage in Bossier City with an opportunity to get a stop here. Benjamin again on the stop.
3 runs to the outside, 3 stuffs by Bossier City. I would be surprised if they go back to it, but you know what? I've been wrong before.
Bunch on the right this time. Williams will roll out again. Throws into the middle. It's juggled and caught inside the 5. There, Philadelphia convert. It's Jonathan Kilgore with the catch. And they are now deep inside Bossier City territory looking to score again. What a conversion from Brock Williams.
Little bit of a bobble, but Kilgore is out there saying, you know what? I got hands. I just wanted to catch it twice.
He wanted to make it harder than it actually was.
So he's really trying to show out for those pro scouts.
It was a lovely read from Williams, and he was able to corral up there Kilgore, and now he'll go into block here. He presumed Isaac Knox run, but he has been stopped so far on this drive a few times. Knox on the outside trying to get forward progress. Benjamin again says hello, and he's only got a yard on that carry.
And Bossier City is going to need the help of those linebackers when it comes to stopping Knox. And that's what's been successful this drive in stopping that run game. And that's what you see again here.
Another Joker's look here after that no gain. Enough to Frank Udon, who dives over the stripe. And both running backs have a touchdown on the board.
Frank Udon said, man, why didn't I get that block last touchdown? This touchdown, he said, I don't want the block. I'm going right up the gut, and I am putting it in the end zone. What a touchdown.
Offensive line got the job done for him there. Frank Udon now has a touchdown on the board, and inside the opening quarter, both tailbacks on this Philadelphia roster have a 5-yard rushing touchdown. Extra point is up and good, and with 30 seconds left in the opening term, Philadelphia find themselves up by 2 scores.
And Bossier City's defense looked a lot better in that drive. It still ended in a touchdown, but that could also be a part of the short field. Just what do they need to do offensively to really chop away at this lead? I mean, being down 14-0 in the first is not ideal.
Kickoff will be inside the 5, returned up past the 30, and again, full steam ahead for Luke Schreiner. This time he hangs on to the football, and Bossier City will get possession here, starting at their own 32.
It's a beautiful return. It's a beautiful return. And that's exactly what we need. We need the little things. Bossier City needs the little things to all add up so that we can really start taking over this game.
That last return being fumbled hurt, but Schreiner responds well and gets them in good starting field position. Christensen rolls out. That's caught. Incomplete. They're in and out of the hands of Grabowski.
And the Bossier City is trying to get Christensen going. You can see it, and he wants to get going. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more passing plays on this drive.
Another 2 tight end set here. These are becoming frequent. Again, they've got 3 of them to work with here. 2 development players and also a new signing on the roster. Christensen rolls out. That's picked. Going back in the other direction. Still going the spin move. Returned inside the 10, and it'll be returned for a pick 6. And inside a quarter, Philadelphia have turned this into a 20-point margin.
Listen, you've heard it 1.5 million times. Good defense starts in the trenches, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a defensive lineman. That all started from the pressure on Christensen. He has to make a throw faster than he wants to. He's maybe not making the clearest reads as he's used to making. That cornerback grabs it, takes it to the house.
It's a great call again. Pressure situation forces a ill-advised decision from Christensen, and they basically just blinked Bossier City, and they now find themselves down by 2 more scores. I mean, they've scored twice in a minute.
And you know what? In the SFLm, sometimes that's the big dagger too. It's still a long game, but when we're putting points up like we are, Philadelphia is in the first, it's tough to come back. But if any team's able to do it, it's going to be Bossier City.
That kickoff return up to the 30 by Schreiner. Bossier City now really need to respond quickly. It seems that Javier Ramsey says that it was his player. I've got Ramsey listed as number 20. That was number 25, but if that was, I'm sure we'll get that corrected. If that's the case, great play by Javier Ramsey on the pick 6 there to get Philadelphia their 3rd score of the game. And Bossier City now find themselves down by a significant margin very quickly. They're going to go to the ground. It's going to be a carry up the middle, trying to get forward progress there. It's just not on offer at the moment. Rob Henson with that carry. It's nothing. That'll take us to the first quarter break here. Philadelphia are up by 3 scores to nothing.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Bossier City really trying to find ways to get momentum going, whether it's getting some other players involved. As you saw in that last play, getting Robert Henson involved. They just need to find a spark somewhere. They need to find a hole in this defense, and they need something that they can really celebrate to get their sideline going.
So a 2nd down and 10 play here for Bossier City out of the break. Again, the pressure gets there, and it's a throw that just misses Lee there on the fly. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League action here on the Virtual Football Network, the official new home of the SFLm, SFL, and UFL, and so much more coming soon. The Virtual Football Network, where all the best virtual football lives on. Right formation now to the left here. Bossier City need to convert a 3rd down and long. Pressure up front. That's in hands, but incomplete. Trying to force it into the path there of the receiver, but couldn't come up with it. And Philadelphia are going to get the football back.
If there's one thing I've learned from playing on defense in this league, it's that big hits solve a lot of problems. Bossier City is getting hit a lot from Philadelphia, and you can see these wide receivers maybe being a little hesitant to get that ball in when they're in the middle of the field, because they know those big hits are waiting for them.
Too much similar return. Gets this one up, so that Philadelphia are going to start at the 35 here. Pretty much every drive they've had has been in good starting field position here. So again, to recap for those asking, in the chat. There are 2 turnovers in a minute for Bossier City. The fumble on the kickoff that Philadelphia turned into a scoring drive, and then the very next drive they had the football. Christensen threw a pick 6, and Philadelphia now find themselves up 21 points to nothing. Now with a pair of tight ends and a pair of receivers on the field, Daisy Pieces moved in motion. The toss play to the outside to Isaac Knox. He gets a spin move up over the first down marker and up to the halfway stripe is Isaac Knox.
Bossier City has to trust their game plan. Now they're covering up the middle, looking for those, covering those receivers that have been tearing them apart up the middle, and it's leaving up this wide run play for Isaac Knox. It's kind of like pick your poison, really. But like I said, Bossier City has to find something to spark this offense, this defense, this team to start really chipping away at this 21-0 lead.
And you project that Philadelphia are going to start to keep this one on the ground the way that they're running the ball today. Udon on the outside, that's going to net nothing there. Zach Benjamin has had a few key stops up front.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stop by the inside linebacker. Again, looking for that veteran presence. Guys that are playing in the league are looking to step up to really help this team out right now.
It's a valuable experience for players who weren't necessarily starters in the previous Major League season, getting some reps down here as key pieces in the minor league. Toss play outside. Knox trying to get forward progress. He has been absolutely hammered at the line of scrimmage. There, nothing doing on that occasion. Bossier City now with an opportunity to get a stop here after that tackle.
Bossier City gets to him when they send more than one guy at Isaac Knox. And he's not somebody that you just send one guy down and hope to take him down.
Send a bit more pressure up front. That's incomplete. So they get a stop there. The intended receiver was Daisy Peace. She hasn't been able to reel one in yet, despite being targeted a few times by her quarterback, and this will be punted away back to Bossier City.
This is it. This was the spark that they needed, and now I think the big focus on offense is going to be ball security and also just making the smart play.
Punt will be sailed just shy of the 20, returned up to the 25 by Schreiner, who's had plenty to do today on returns, and the Steamers will take back over again. 25 yards away from their own goal line again. It's been a pretty tumultuous start for this offensive unit. They haven't been able to get much going. The turnover cost them 6 points in return. Christensen's got to try and get something going here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers down the bottom. Handoff up the middle. Trying to get forward progress there. Got a good chunk of it. 7-yard pickup there for Rudlang on his 3rd carry of the game.
That's a good run for Patrick Rudlang. It looks like Bossier City wants to get him started, get him going, and just have a little bit of reliability on the ground.
Got a line eye here. Rob Henson important to the operation here if they're going to keep things on the ground. Hand off at the middle. And try and get forward. Progress is not on offer there. Philadelphia shut it down straight away.
All right, 3rd and 3. Let's see what this play call is going to be. Again, ball security, but we just got to get past that yellow line, Bossier City.
We're going to have Henson in the backfield here in this heavy set. Kleinecht in front of him at the fullback spot. Toss play, Henson. Stiff arm, Rob Henson outside. Great carry and then some. Plowing his way forward inside Philadelphia territory.
There we go, Jacob. That's that veteran presence that we are looking for from Bossier City to get something started here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them going on a run now. Things like big hits, big stiff arms, those are the things that spark a sideline and get people really hyped up to want to win the football game. So I'd be interested to see what happens coming up here.
Well, Henson gave Nixon Cooper a bit of a welcome to the SFL there with that stiff arm in the open field. This carry up the middle picks up a couple there from the lead tailback. He's Last carry was worth 7, that one worth 2 there from Rud Lang.
It's only 2 yards, but runs like this, when they are running the ball, it wears a defense down. We saw it happen on the Philadelphia side. Now Bossier City's trying to adopt that concept.
Another ace formation here. Bossier City will move their 2 receivers to the same side. Christensen will drop back. There's too much pressure, and Christensen has been folded in the backfield for a loss of 4.
That's just it. I mean, the routes weren't able to develop because that Philadelphia defense got there quick. And it wasn't just one of them. If the first one missed, he had at least 2 or 3 other guys that needed to also miss for that ball to get out of his hands.
Ben Bowman, current Charleston Predator, gets a sack on the board, and now a 3rd down and long. Christensen's going to drop back and try and heave this one. It's caught in the midfield, and the Steamers will pick up a 1st down.
That's what they needed right there. They just need a little bit more than the short run gains that they're putting up. This is a momentum killer, especially after Philadelphia just got that big sack. Bossier City needed to put up a big play, and I think this is the one.
I want to make a point for Jason Peace in the chat, who's not sure why his fullback John Osmosis isn't the lead fullback in every formation. Keep in mind that fullbacks also were affected by the stamina change around the league, so he may not necessarily be subbed out of any formations. He's just been taken out because he's tired, as Rob Henson gets that carry, picks up a single yard.
We saw him shed another tackle there. I thought he was taken down, and then he kept little white jersey kept running past the D line. That was amazing run there, even if it was only for 1 yard.
Single back thrown, that's caught. 1st down is close to them here, and 3 yards short. Nice. Nolan Pierce gets his 1st catch of the game. He's been huge this season, Nolan Pierce, as the lead receiver on this depth chart, but it's only his 1st catch of the game here midway through the 2nd quarter.
I love seeing Bossier City get these wide receivers going here. They need it.
Certainly elemental to the success here of this offense. Drop back, that's gone. Christensen's dumped in the backfield there. 2nd sack on the drive. This one is a drive ender. There as Dan Raw gets home.
Yeah, and then 2nd sack on this drive. This defensive line is sick of letting this quarterback sit in the pocket and throw that football. They wanted to do something about it, and they certainly did.
A promising drive for Bossier City. We'll see it end here as this will be punted away. Gonna try and this. That's what the Bossier City returner should have done a few possessions ago. He's just let that one bounce into the end zone as this will be trotted out to the 20. We'll get a game update back from SFL HQ.
Thank you, Jacob. Albuquerque and Chicago tonight. Roquan Dotch to Terrence Lee, a couple of top draft picks, prospects for Albuquerque. Chicago was up 13-0. They lead now by just 3. Back to you in Philly.
This game on the other side of this block. Hand up at the middle. Isaac Knox trying to find the 1st down stripe. He's a few yards shy. Picks up 7 on that carry.
This is what the Cougars want to do. They want to just start beating down this defense, tire them out, let them go into the locker room feeling defeated.
Chokers formation here, trying to get this ground game going to end the half here and really drain back this clock. Udon on the outside is met, though, at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play as Beers gets another tackle at the line of scrimmage.
And this is Bossier City wagging the finger. No, 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 you can't defeat us that quick. We still have a lot of football left, and we are not done.
Definitely locked into this run game in this quarter here. Hand off at the middle, trying to get Isaac Knox forward. He's going to get the 1st down and then some. Broke 2 tackles at the plane. Schroner's trying to get back there and get the stop. He does. But Isaac Knox has taken this one all the way up to halfway.
I can tell you, as a defensive player in this league, that is discouraging. And when you think you have a guy wrapped up, not once, but twice, and he still stays on his feet and takes another 20 yards, you just sit there with your hands in your head going, what are we doing? How do we hit this? How do we stop this guy?
Did you see Steven Goodman there? He just fell over. He's like, I don't even want any part of this. I'm out. I'll let someone else deal with that.
There's a
And
strong
somehow I
running
don't
back.
blame him. On the sideline, if I'm Jason Peace, I'm going to kill him. But from this point, I'm totally with him. That carry that up the middle, he's going to only get a yard. So Williams continues to go in a forward direction here. They're up on halfway, hand off on the outside. Knox again, that time Benjamin is winning that matchup again. It's only a 3-yard gain, and Bossier City with an opportunity here to get a stop.
And that's exactly it. Bossier City is hoping that they can get a stop here, get the ball back one more time before halftime, and try to get something on the board, something they can hang their hat on going into halftime and say, look, we're not done. It was a lot of football left.
Absolutely. If we can hold this to a 3-score game at halftime, anything can happen in the second half. We've seen stranger things happen here. So Williams will throw, not much pressure on him. Throws his cannon off the helmet there of the tight end in Burgett, who couldn't hang on to it. It looked like Dumas may have been the target. In fact, either way, it's fallen incomplete. Bossier City gets a stop.
That ball hit a helmet or hands or something, but that other receiver wanted to hunt that ball down and get that completion. Just couldn't get there in time.
This one will be fair caught 17 yards away from the Bossier City goal line. Rob Henson in the chat. I love seeing number 28 when I'm blocking for him. Of course, Henson on the Bossier City side of the spectrum here today knocks his Minnesota teammate up in the Major League on the Philadelphia team tonight. He has up over 100 yards on the day. But can Henson get one back here on this possession? He had a good carry on the last one, so they'll be looking to get him involved here on this drive. Toss play to the outside. It's going to be to the tailback. He'll pick up 2 on that carry. Rudd Lang hasn't had much love tonight from this Philadelphia defense.
For Bossier City, it is go time. It is go time. We need to, when they give the ball to that running back, they got to make sure those blocks are ready to go because we need big yardage plays here if they want to stay in this game.
Jokers again expecting a handoff here to Henson up the middle, trying to get forward progress. Does so. Only a yard shy of the first down. It's the backup tailback on that carry. Yep. But there's no rush here from Bossier City to try and get something going before the half is out. Goal line eye here. Henson is in the backfield this time. Tight end, in fact, it's receiver moved across there. It's Pierce. Toss play outside. Henson got a block up front, got the first down, and keeps the clock rolling here with 50 seconds left.
They got the first down, but I would love to see a little more urgency here with Bossier City. They got a long way to go, and they can go in the locker room with something tangible to work off of.
Christensen does change the formation here. Tight end moves across. Hasn't left much time though, and it'll just be a simple handoff up the middle here. Picks up 2. That might be the last play of the game, of the half.
Yeah, it's an interesting play call here, but you know what? Maybe Bossier City just wants to get into the locker room, resettle everybody down, and say, you know what? We're down 21-0. We're going to come into the second half and do what they did to us the first half.
Sandoff is going to get some decent yardage there, so a bit of a confidence booster for Patrick. Rudd Lang picks up about 8.5 there on that carry, and that ends the opening half here. Philadelphia all over this one here at home over the Bossier City Steamers. They lead at 21 points to nothing. Barron, really good stuff from you on the analyst front here. Give us your thoughts from that opening half of football.
Yeah, look, I mean, we've seen just about everything that Philadelphia's got. We know their game plan. They got Isaac Knox in the backfield, who is a menace to take down. They got guys who are crossing in the middle of the field, catching passes, and taking big plays on the field. Bossier City's got to lock up defensively, but more importantly, Bossier City's got to get Tyler Christensen going. He needs to start passing the ball, get his receivers in. When the look isn't there, check it down to somebody like Patrick Rudlang or Robert Henson when they're there. But Bossier City, you are not out of this game. We need to see you playing. Your playoff position is on the line here. If Philadelphia could do it to you in the first half, first quarter, that's what I would be saying as a coach in the locker room. We can go out there and do exactly the same thing. We just need all of our pieces, all of our players to want it.
So it'll be Philadelphia that will get the opening possession, but the Bossier City defense, they held strong in that second quarter. Obviously didn't concede a point in that second term after conceding 21 in the opening term, but it was mainly their offense and special teams unit that let them down in that opening quarter. That return up the middle. Daisy Peace on return duties gets that one up to the 30.
That is another thing I would point out. If I was somebody on the coaching staff, it was just mistakes that led us into this position. It's not like Bossier City has been playing overly poorly. It's just been a handful of mistakes that Philadelphia has been able to capitalize on.
Potentially time to generate some of their own. Huge hit from Zach Benjamin at the line of scrimmage on Isaac Knox.
Remember what I said earlier, big hits fix a lot of problems.
It certainly is going to create a problem for Isaac Knox here. He felt that one. That was a huge whack there from Benjamin, who's had his number so far today. Frankie Don on the outside. This time they got some space on the outside to operate in, and he runs it straight out of bounds untouched.
I think that's the dangerous part about this Philadelphia game is they don't have one running back that can do it. They've got two.
Frankie Don's just a little bit of a change of base back because he's more of a finesse rusher, whereas Isaac Knox is just going to basically run straight at you and see if he can stop you. But Udon tries to find those gaps, and he found one there. Great blocking up front from this Philadelphia unit. And they'll go into an ace formation here. Knox in the backfield. Hand off outside. Knox again. They get plenty of pressure on him. And it's only a 3-yard gain on that occasion.
And it's a little early for something like clock management, but all of this does is benefit Philadelphia. They got two running backs that are just really big workhorses, running the ball down, and when in doubt, we're taking time off the clock against Bossier City.
Stand off Udon trying to find space. He's only got a yard worth of yardage there. And Bossier City with an opportunity here to get their defense off the field.
Yeah, this is it. They need a big stop here, and then we'll see what the offense can do starting off this second half.
Spread formation. Here, 3 wide. Toss play outside. Isaac Knox. He sent a Bossier City defender in the wrong direction, but he hasn't got the first down. Luke Schreiner gets one back there, and Bossier City gets a stop.
This is it. This is the spark that they needed. I mean, it's interesting. Every play that Philadelphia's ran this half has been a run play. And Bossier City says, you can't bully us anymore. Give us that ball, and we'll show you what we can do.
We fair caught inside the 20 at the 18, so the Steamers will get possession fairly quickly. Only lost 2 minutes off the clock there, and Christensen can implement the halftime changes right away here. They certainly need some kind of a spark. The last couple of drives, there was some promise to them. Henson had a couple of good carries. Christensen combined with a couple of receivers a couple of times at the back end of the second quarter. They'll drop back straight away here. That's picked by Dumas at the 18, and it goes straight back to Philadelphia.
Wow. And you know what? Bossier City had dropped back a couple more pass defenders, trying to keep that line from getting to the quarterback, and Tyler had thrown it, or I'm sorry, Silas had thrown it into some just poor coverage. I think I knew a guy in high school named Tyler Christensen. I think that's where that came from.
Always comes from somewhere I've found. I've done that a couple of times. I've brought out some old SFL name of a player retired from a team 4 or 5 seasons ago. That's the classic move. And up on the outside, Isaac Knox trying to pick up some forward progress. He's only got 3 there, but again, to talk about that turnover, Silas Christensen coming out. You cannot give Miranda Dumas any kind of leeway because she has been an absolute vulture on that side of the ball this season. Has had multiple turnovers in recent weeks and has given Philadelphia perfect field position here already inside the red zone. After that carry from Knox, Udon trying to get forward progress again. This run defense has been relentless. Gets another stop there.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that turnover and Miranda. And when it comes to cornerbacks who are eligible for the upcoming draft, no cornerback has more tackles, more pass defenses than Miranda.
4 wide here to try and convert the 3rd down and long. Williams drops back, throws, it's caught, and Burgett has it now inside the 5-yard line.
This is it. I mean, Philadelphia is doing exactly what they were hoping to do, you know, dominate on the ground, and then when just as Bossier City starts sending some more guys to block that, Philadelphia goes over the middle for a really, really damaging shot.
Jonathan Kilgore's second catch of the game, and both in very similar territory. The last catch he had was what set them up for a goal line rushing attack, and they scored off of it. It's lightning strike twice. Williams is going to throw it over the top, trying to find the tight end running the route on the outside. There was Daisy Peace, but it was well tipped away.
Just want to acknowledge the chat. Robert Henson says, broadcast booth, don't encourage her. Listen, as a defensive player myself, real has to recognize real out here.
The game recognises game, but
exactly.
She also may or may not be on my draft board. And up the middle, Isaac Knox, touchdown Philadelphia. They're up by 4 now.
We're starting to see this game get away from Bossier City here. Their defense, again, it's the little things. It's the mistakes that are happening that are really putting this team behind. Their defense is really holding strong. In fact, if that that pass over the middle had not landed, they were looking at getting the ball back.
Extra point will be sent up and through, and Philadelphia now find themselves out by a significant margin here, and it just hasn't gone right at all today on offense for the Steamers. Their turnovers are costing them, and their defense, for as much good as they've been able to do, they've just been let down on several occasions. And when you find yourself backed up inside your 20 on the first play of possession, it's very hard to try and forge a stop on defense. And Philadelphia have capitalized on the turnovers that they've generated on the other side of the ball. Trying to get something going here on a return. Gets it up past the 30. So he's had some positives today outside of the fumble. It's up to the 35.
Yeah, it was a great kickoff return. You saw earlier Christensen and Rudlang sitting on the bench next to each other, obviously showing some frustration, but it seemed like there was some jovial conversation going there. They're looking to get on the same page. Earlier in this game, I would have said, take your guys' time, get down the field, get it in the end zone. You're running out of time now. We need to start getting the ball down the field quicker if you want to have a chance to win this game.
Single back here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers up the top. Christensen is swarmed, shook off the sack, throws across. That's caught by Lee inside Philadelphia territory.
And that is exactly it. We have seen Christensen get pressured play after play after play, and this was the one where he said, absolutely not, you are not taking me down, and then he opens up with a big strike to Lee down the numbers. This is exactly what Bossier City needed.
It's all about the positives now for Bossier City, and Silas Christensen's got something going there. Trying to get some momentum back for this Bossier City unit. Hand off to Rudlang, trying to get some forward progress. It's only a couple of yards there on that occasion.
Yeah, I mean, look, Bossier City's got some really good running backs, but there is a reason that Silas Christensen leads the league in passing yards, leads the league in passing yards per game, and leads the league in passing touchdowns. They want him to be the game changer in this game.
And off up the middle, that's going to be a decent chunk of yardage there by the backup tailback, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 3 here to wind down halfway through the 3rd quarter. Bossier City going to try and convert here. try and keep this drive on the road and get their first score of the game, potentially. In a Joker's formation, though. Drop back, Christensen. Throws, it's wide open. Inside. Now, Philadelphia territory. Bryce Lee has his third.
Bryce Lee getting involved in the game is huge. A lot of people may think that Bossier City's out of this. Let's not forget, Philadelphia put 21 points up in one quarter. If they can do it, Bossier City can absolutely do it in return.
You never know, one touchdown can turn into 3 very quickly.
Absolutely.
If they get the pieces right. Another ace formation here. Bryce Lee's got the hot hand, but they're going to go to the ground game. Henson's got wide open lanes, and it'll be a touchdown for the Steamers.
And when you need a spark, you go to the veteran presence. Robert Henson has been looking to get involved. He had a big stiff arm earlier in the game, and now he's got a touchdown. He's going to be on the sideline saying, let's go. I got your back. You got to have mine.
He's been threatening to do that on the few occasions that he's had the ball in his hands today. And the offensive line for the Steamers created a wide open gap for him to run through. Oliver Trask, the only one on that line that's contracted, but it all plays into it. And Robert Henson gets a touchdown on the board. So Bossier City get possession off the kickoff and cancel out that score on the previous possession very quickly.
Absolutely. It's almost like Bossier City says, I see your Isaac Knox, and I raise you a Robert Henson.
So now there are 3 touchdowns today from Minnesota Legend players. Thank you, Axel Raven, for your contributions to the game today. Return from Daisy Peace up to the 30. And Bossier City, again, they've been locked onto the run game for the most part of this second half so far. And we're looking for more of that here on this possession.
Yeah, oddly enough, I'm expecting Philadelphia to, again, run the ball. I mean, they have nothing to lose. They're up 3 scores. And, you know, if they kill time off the clock, that's only beneficial for them.
So Brock Williams goes straight to the empty set here.
Nullifying everything I just said.
Yeah, I know. Going against the grain here. Throw, it's caught. Dumas one-handed. Boy, that was fancy in the middle by Jared. Got the first down.
I'm starting to think that Dumas is just trying to show off. That's the second one-handed catch he's had in the middle of the field. He's saying, I don't care who your linebackers are. I'll take those hits every day of the week.
And the funny part was it was just so totally unnecessary, but he did it anyway. Just to show us up. Jared Dumas, again, another one that we've seen today on this game that's touted to be taken towards the top of the Season 24 draft board in a couple of weeks' time. Big up on the outside, that's going to be stopped there after only a 3-yard gain, so they've kept a close eye on Isaac Knox in this second half.
Yeah, it's a big stop. Big stop. I mean, Isaac Knox in that first quarter was absolutely tearing up this defense, and it feels like we haven't said his name as much after that.
Try and go to the ground game here again to Frank Udon, trying to plow forward. Got pursued from behind. They're going to say he was a yard shy of the first down there off that carry.
Yeah, Michaela jumping into that play to take down Udon was absolutely crucial. Udon, sorry about that. My first day.
Hey, we're all going to get him out of the system. I've been doing this for ages. I still do it all the time. And up at the middle, Knox, did he get it?
Oh,
it looked like he was short, but they're going to give it to him. Does Frank White on the sideline? Does he challenge?
I feel like if I'm the coach, I have to. You know, I have to. It's just too close to call. In a game like this where every possession matters.
That one looked like it was 6.5, doesn't the other on that occasion, but they're going to give Philadelphia the first down. Still plenty of opportunity, though, for a stop here from Bossier City on defense. Williams, hand off Frank Udon, picked up and dumped at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely big stop by Bossier City. Again, they know what Philadelphia wants to do. They just got to know how to stop it.
Spread offense here from Philadelphia. Handoff up the middle. Knox got through the first wave, but good pressure. Returning there, Zach Benjamin and company. Got to Knox before he could break forward too far, and an opportunity for Bossier City to get a third down stop here.
Yeah, after that first down that we thought maybe didn't get there, you got to imagine the defensive coordinator for Bossier City saying, don't even make it questionable next time.
Joker's formation here, trying to get the pressure up front. Handoff. Udon got the first down.
And on the flip side, the offensive coordinator for Philadelphia is saying the same thing, and Udon said, you got it, coach.
Great play again here. Gets Philadelphia another fresh set of downs. 2 wide, 2 tight ends. Single back of Knox. Toss play to the outside. Got past the first defender. Still going Isaac Knox. He's inside the 25.
You saw Stephen Goodman go for that first tackle, just getting slipped off. Knox is a hard person to take down. You got to send more than one guy. You got to hope somebody's there to follow up your tackle attempt, because he is just running through brick walls today.
They're now 22 away from the goal line stripe. Handoff right hand side. Frank Udon trying to get forward progress. And it's only a couple of yards there. Tackle made. This time Goodman got there.
Yep, Goodman is seeing flashbacks. He said, absolutely not this time. I'm going to make sure you get on the ground.
3 wide here. So Williams not afraid to throw it here on this position, but they've done very well to keep the ground game going. Knox this time, though, he's dumped at the line of scrimmage. That's a good response again.
That's big. That's absolutely huge. And Philadelphia does not have a contracted kicker, so Bossier City is looking to stuff this offense.
3 down, 1 to go here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Cougars up still comfortably, but anything can happen here in this final quarter.
Time is ticking. Time's running out for Bossier City. Again, playoff spot is on the line as we get down to 2 games left in the season. It's time to make something happen. If you got anything left in the tank, now's the time to use it.
Bunch formation down to the right. Single receiver up the top. Williams rolls out, got a good block up front, throws deep. It's caught. Jared Dumas plucked it out of thin air, and Philadelphia has another touchdown on the board.
Big touchdown for Philadelphia, and Dumas saying, you know what, you guys didn't like the one-handed catches? I'll just give you a nice clean 2-handed catch. We don't have to question anything going on here. I'm going to make sure to reel this one in, put my team up even more. Bossier City in trouble.
And that'll just about seal it here. Bossier City threatened to get their defense off the field multiple times on that drive, but Williams just stayed composed and kept that offense moving in the right direction. And it ends with an absolute zip in the end zone for Jared Dumas to collect another touchdown.
Yep, and Philadelphia's got to be such a tough team to play. Running the ball until your defense is hurt, and then being able to just throw one over the top, one-on-one coverage. Any of the receivers could do it. Just happened to be that Dumas could do it with 1 or 2 hands, and I'm sure if he had a third, he'd do it with that one as well.
Foraker on that return gets to that past the 35, so they've used their corners on return duty today, Bossier City, and the Steamers will try and get something going before this game is out. This seems to be the final nail in the coffin. They entered this game 3-7 today. They were on the outside looking into the playoff picture, but they're facing a team in Philadelphia who are very much in control and trying to get further into the playoff picture. They've more than done that today, and they're putting some additional pressure on the Albuquerque Adams, who they currently hold a tiebreaker over. That throw is caught and going to be going inside Philadelphia territory. Nolan Pierce got through the back of the defense.
Brilliant play call. Look, I'm an optimist here. Bossier City's down. If they want to have any chance of bringing this game back and putting a win in the W in the win column, I think is the saying, got to get a score here quick.
That's the thing. You expect them now. They're just going to go to the air. There's going to be pretty much no regard for the ground game now, you would imagine. Christensen will drop back again. Pressure got there. He's thrown. It's caught inside the 10 now. They've got 2 straight conversions. Kleinecht has his first catch of the game, and now they're in goal to go.
Yeah, Silas Christensen said, look, I don't want this game to be over. I'm going to start throwing dimes. I just wonder if it's a little too late here.
Well, there you go. Straight away, Christensen responds with 2 completions, and now they find themselves 6 yards away from the score. 2 tight ends, 2 wide. Motion Lee inside. Handoff up the middle, trying to get Rob Henson forward. What's going to happen there on that occasion?
If you want somebody to run through that defensive line, Rob Henson's going to be your guy.
Jimmy Burgett shut down that one there. Good run coverage up the middle. Christensen back into a goal line eye. They're starting to run the football again. Rudlang, toss play on the outside. Can't get forward there on that occasion. In fact, it was Henson again with that touch. So now Christensen definitely needs to throw it.
Yeah, Philadelphia saw that run coming from a mile away. It seemed like they had everybody and their mother loaded up in the box. So let's see a little bit of creativity here from Bossier City to get this one in the end zone.
Bunch formation up to the right. Christensen deep drop back throws to the flats. Great move. He got through.
Wow.
What a move from Patrick Rudlang.
Patrick Rudlang saying, I need to get my team. You know what? Maybe this is what Christensen and Rudlang were talking on the bench about earlier. He stayed on his feet and then did a little Allen Iverson cross step over on that defenseman to get the team alive. We just got to hope the defense can get the ball back in their hands and see if we can make this game interesting in the last couple minutes.
That's certainly one for the highlight tapes there for Patrick Rudlang entering the draft. That was a really impressive move that he put on there. It felt like he had his ankles locked up there by the defender, and he managed to get them free.
I could have sworn he was going down.
Over. Yeah. So Bossier City will kick this one back off. They want 2 scores on the board, so their offense has certainly corrected some of the issues from that opening half. This will be not returned by Jared Dumas, and the Cougars will take this one out to 20.
Yep, we see Philadelphia playing this absolutely safe. The thing that could really, really hurt Philadelphia here is an untimely turnover.
It'd certainly be the right time for it here if you're Bossier City. It's going to happen. It's got to happen very quickly now. Daisy Peace moves in motion. Fanned across. Runs straight up the middle. Isaac Knox. And with decent pressure, though, it's only a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, they've been running Isaac to the outside, so I'm not surprised to see Bossier City giving a little bit up in the middle, but I doubt they will make that mistake twice.
Isaac Knox getting up to that 150 mark on the afternoon. Handoff outside. Udon picked up and dumped. Great tackle there at the line of scrimmage by Luke Schreiner. And now Bossier City have an opportunity to get another stop.
And that's just veteran presence there. Luke Schreiner playing for Denver. Like I said, he saw that they gave a little something up in the middle, and he said, not today, not this time. One more stop, and we got a game here.
Handoff up the middle. Knox got through. What a carry from Isaac Knox.
It's got to be nice for Philadelphia to have somebody so reliable. I mean, when in big moments like that where he could have got stuffed and the ball's going back to Bossier City, I mean, he shakes off the first one and has to have 2 more guys to take him down after that first down.
Continue going now, and the clock is going to start draining very quickly. Hand off the middle to the fullback on the roster here. Picks up 6 on that occasion. Keeps it going in the forward direction. And now it's 2nd down and short. Osmosis is back in the fold. He sets the lead block here on the outside, but Knox somehow got through. Thought that Bossier City were going to get that stop there, and Isaac Knox lowered the shoulder, and he is all of his 235 pounds there got the first down. Oh, did he?
We got a challenge.
Says, no, he did not. He disagrees with me, and we'll get a challenge here from the sideline.
That's it. Bossier City saying, we don't care what the score is. We're playing by the rules.
It looked like he certainly got caught in a logjam. I thought he got the ball across the stripe before he went down fully. Are they going to say that arm was down before he got the ball across? There you go. So Bossier City does get a stop.
That's a big stop by Bossier City. They're looking for another one here. 3rd and inches. You got to imagine this is going to the running back here.
It'll be a carry up the middle, and made no mistake about it. Got past the line of scrimmage there. Got caught behind the block, although, but Isaac Knox got the first down.
Yep, beautiful textbook run play. Getting caught up behind his own blocker, but I mean, got the first down, and when you're trying to kill the clock, really that's all that matters for Philadelphia.
Split receivers, split tight ends. Here, carry for Frank Udon. Got the push forward and picks up 5 yards on that carry, and they'll really start to drive this 5 minutes down to the end.
Yep, this looks like the game plan going forward. Give the ball, run the ball. We got people in the chat concerned about the commentator's curse. I think we'd have to curse you guys a couple times, Philadelphia, for you guys to be overly concerned.
Going to try and get through. It was a great chase down, tackle by Goodman. Otherwise, Isaac Knox was racing towards 6 points.
Brilliant chase down there. Obviously, Bossier City does not want to let another one up. But it's impressive. 167 yards for a running back in a game is a tough feat. It's really cool to see Isaac Knox putting those numbers up today.
And to think that he's a 2-back in the major league. What a blessing that is for Minnesota. He's an unbelievable talent. But we saw this when he played for Chicago in the minor leagues beforehand, and he really sort of killed it at that level. And came here again, returned to the minor league as a developmental player, and has just continued to go in that forward direction. Now in a goal line, Udon behind the fullback. They're going to milk this clock right down, hand off up the middle. It's Isaac Knox, in fact, who gets that carry. Bossier City gets some forward progress there on defense, and an opportunity here to get their defense off the field.
Yep, Bossier City getting a hand on the running back there, and then screaming out, I need help, and then you saw everybody from the defense collapse in on that tackle.
So Williams will spread the receivers out here. Does he have one more trick in the bag here? Look for Dumas at the top. It'll be just a simple handoff up the middle to Frank Udon. No risks taken there by the quarterback, and Philadelphia will punt this one away.
Big stop there. And look, this game is getting out of control a little bit for Bossier City, but these are players that, again, are not only looking for playoff spots, but looking to up their draft stock going forward, moved up on a couple draft boards for the pros. I don't think we're going to see Bossier City giving up by any means necessary here.
Certainly some positives to take from this game. Also, we saw that great touchdown from the tailback on the previous possession. I think Christensen's thrown some poise. That's a great punt. That'll be spotted inside the 5. That doesn't make life any easier for Bossier City.
We haven't seen that a lot this game, getting absolutely pinned into the end zone with the punts. Just giving Christensen more tape time for the pros here. Maybe some Rudling tape. Let's see what we got going here for Bossier City.
Not to mention the 2 receivers on the single tight end that are all draft eligible across this roster. Nolan Pierce and Bryce Lee, both going to be highly touted in the draft. That went through the hands of a Philadelphia defender. They got nearly turned over there.
Yeah, it's the big, big unsung quality from those defensive linemen. Some people just want to get to the quarterback. I'm speaking from experience here. But sometimes you got to get your hands up and you can make a game difference just by doing that on the defensive line.
Full wide again here for Christensen. Pressure showing up the middle. Seems to move across in motion. Christensen throws. That's in and out of hands. Great coverage by Miranda Dumas on the outside. Stopped Nolan Pierce from getting a play on the ball.
It's a big play by that cornerback as well. I mean, the ball touches the wide receiver's hands. He's fair game. So might as well take him completely out of the play if he bobbles it.
Dumas has been very good again today. Both of them have been. Now a drop back from Christensen, throws, it's incomplete. Pressure again from the back of the defense, gets home, and Bossier City are now very likely going to put this one away just to try and keep the score in check. Eaton Moss gets that, JJ Bailey rather gets that stop.
Yeah, and I mean, you just love to see the spunk from Bossier City. I mean, really not holding anything back. They're looking to get the yardage and get something that they can get a couple positives going into the locker room heading into the next game.
Christensen's going to drop back and throw. He got it. Nolan Pierce just shy of the 20-yard line. They'll try it up here in no huddle. Christensen drops back again, throws. It's caught. Pierce again. First down. They'll rush it one more time. 15 seconds left before they'll be forced to stop. Drop back again from Christensen. Throws outside. That way through the hands of the defender and into the midst of Bryce Lee. And they can continue going in that forward direction here. Can they get one more before the 2-minute warning? They will. Christensen throws. This time he's gone. Sacked in the backfield there by Jimmy Burgett. And we'll get another game update here at the 2-minute warning from the other game on the other side of this block.
Thank you, Jacob. This is how it ended in Chicago. Albuquerque storms all the way back to take a lead. They were down 13-0, but Iman Kopac's pass is caught by Nick twice, and one man to beat. He gets tackled at midfield. Albuquerque's rise continue. They beat the Warriors 23-16. Back to you.
Oh, man, I would have had that saved in about 5 seconds if that had been taken for 6 points. My quarterback to my wide receiver at an SFLm level, I would have been delighted, but just shy there. Chicago, unfortunate. That throw outside is caught, and he dragged it for a first down.
Look, we were talking about players putting plays on tape, and I had left him out by mistake, but Bryce Lee is proving me wrong. Do not forget my name, Bryce Lee is saying. He just went 4 for 4 on this drive.
Yeah, he's certainly had an impact on this game as well. Both of the receivers have for Bossier City.
Absolutely.
Throw from Christensen, that's caught. 6-yard pickup, they'll call a timeout here.
Bossier City having a tough matchup going into next week, playing Lexington to try and hopefully get a W going into a possible playoff position.
See, this strengthens the positioning of the Cougars here today. They'll trek off to 6-5. They already had the head-to-head margin over Albuquerque, who happened to win in the other side of this block tonight. So this SFLm playoff picture doesn't get much more clear here tonight. And obviously the last week will be very important. One more regular season weekend, and then we'll have the 3-week playoffs here leading into the draft set for the weekend of December the 14th. Christensen drops back. That throw is caught at the ankles, got the first down.
Beautiful catch.
Bossier City will call another timeout.
It's a beautiful catch, looking to keep this drive alive here.
Christensen 14 to 24. Over 200 yards. Not the worst stat line you've ever seen. Those 2 turnovers, though, were just costly, especially given the field position they were in when they occurred. Christensen drops back. He was pressured, and that forced the pass into an uncomfortable direction. Incomplete.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Bossier City's doing to draw up the next play here. Probably looking to pass the ball. Again, I think they're looking for the end zone here on this drive without a doubt. They're not giving anything up. They don't care what the score is.
3 wide here again. Single receiver down the bottom. Drop back from Christensen. Throws to the outside. His receiver didn't quite get track of the ball. There was Nolan Pierce. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see when you have the 2 or 3 receivers kind of in the same area, sometimes it's not even the receiver's, catching ability. Sometimes it's, hey, is this one coming towards me, or is that one supposed to go to that guy? So that could be what happened there as well.
Single back again. 4 wide. Christensen drops back. That's caught by Pierce. They'll go no huddle again with no timeouts left. Christensen drops back again, throws, incomplete, tipped away by a Philadelphia defender.
Bossier City looking for any kind of positives to kind of hang their hat on going into next week against Lexington. They'd love to get a touchdown here.
Take something in the next week, obviously. Get some momentum going on offense. 80 seconds left in this play clock here. 3 wide, up top, 1 down the bottom. Christensen drops back. It's incomplete again. Coverage was strong there by Haver Ramsey.
Yeah, just tough pass coverage there by Philadelphia. Philadelphia kind of doing the same thing that Bossier City's doing. We don't want them to get a touchdown either. Momentum's everything, especially going into the playoffs.
4 wide lead. He's going to be moved in motion. Christensen got another trick up his sleeve here. Drop back. Throws. It's over the top. Boy, Lee was open there on the outside, but Christensen couldn't quite get it over the top.
Was right there. It was right there. He just couldn't get his hands on it. Couldn't get the ball going there.
And they'll trot out the field goal unit here and get a 3-pointer on the ball for John Smith. They'll fake it. It's thrown, and there'll be a flag down on the play.
I was going to say it's a little confusing when we're trying to build some momentum to go for the field goal there.
Well, they'll get our first down out of it.
Yep. Hey, if it works, it works.
Backup quarterback got absolutely nailed there by 3 separate Philadelphia defenders. And they'll find themselves now 8 yards away from the goal line stripe. 3 wide, single back off to the left here for Christensen. Drop back blocking on the other edge was good. Throws end zone. It's over the back of his intended receiver there in Nolan Pierce.
Just trying to throw the ball into a group of white jerseys and hoping somebody comes down with it.
Four wide here, 6 yards away from the strike. Drop back again by Christensen, throws. It's caught at the stripe, and they've got another touchdown on the board.
A nice way to bring that down. I actually love that Bossier City recognized that the clock wasn't running. They had a little bit of time to play with the snap count. Kind of catch Philadelphia sleeping a little bit, able to get that pass off, able to bring the pass down. It's a good touchdown, especially going to build momentum. That's exactly what they're looking for.
This time, John Smith will be tasked with the kick. Sends it up through, and with a minute left, Bossier City will go for an onside here. And they get one more roll at it here, this team is. Kicked, it was fumbled initially, but then picked up. And this could go back the other way, almost returned back. We saw one of those in the championship game. Isaac Knox, of course, was the one that had his hands on it. But it's stopped, and Philadelphia will get the last laugh here.
Isaac Knox has been a boogeyman for Bossier City today. It's like everywhere they go, there he is, even on the kick return.
And so now Bossier City find themselves 32 away, and they will go into the victory formation here. Philadelphia takes home an impressive victory here at home, and they will trot themselves back to a 6-5 lap record, so they keep pace with the Albuquerque Adams leading into week 12. Baron, lots to look forward to in the final week, but what are your takeaways from this game?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, Isaac Knox was an absolute boogeyman going into this game. When in doubt, Philadelphia gave him the ball, and it was able to really open up their offense overall. You saw Isaac Knox get the ball. I don't just want to give all the glory to Isaac, because Udon also played an amazing game today. But between those two halfbacks, opening up the field, allowing for those over-the-middle passes to connect, I mean, Philadelphia had their game plan going into this, installed it, and executed it to perfection.
That'll do it. Here, Philadelphia picks up their 6th win of this SFLm Season 9 campaign, and they will continue their fight in the playoffs here as they go neck and neck with the Adams for the 4th seed. And otherwise, Bossier City showed some fight in that second half, but they fell short in the end here. And Philadelphia takes this one 35 points to 21. If you're looking for more SFLm action, well, we've got it right here on the newly rebranded Virtual Football Network. At 9 o'clock Eastern, you'll see Pittsburgh and Nashville take on each other. At Nashville, Brandon Walters and DJ Kilgannon on that one, and then the late game Lexington at San Jose with Devon Simeon and Alex West. And then furthermore, the SFLm Season 9 regular season action will conclude on Wednesday, December the 4th, with 4 more exciting matchups starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, where Pittsburgh will play Philadelphia, who we've seen here tonight. San Jose will take on Albuquerque. Nashville will play Chicago, and Lexington will play Bossier City as teams make their final push for the postseason. So the stars of tomorrow's SFL on the Virtual Football Network, along with the draft on the 14th. We'll catch you on Monday as well for the free agency frenzy. Until then, we say thank you for listening tonight, and we'll see you next time on the Virtual Football Network.